Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson, continuing in our series on alternative medicine debunking. And we're going to talk about one last issue in terms of metabolism. And that is, Adam, I'm sure you've heard this term thrown around, oxidative differences. And some people will say, oh, well, based on your respired gases, you should eat a ketogenic diet or you should eat an agrarian diet. And it kind of smacks of that old kooky diet, eat right for your blood type, which not only has that been completely debunked, it was just kind of a joke in the beginning. I mean, from the get-go, it was just almost a hoax. But these oxidative differences, somebody would tell you if they're doing some kind of metabolic cart test, oh, you are this kind of oxidative person, or you are this kind, and therefore here's how your diet should be. But guess what they're really testing there, Adam?
Yeah, they're probably just testing, overall just your a resting metabolic rate more than anything, and not actually your body's response to the protein, carbs, or fats.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you have a high metabolic activity rate as evidenced by a metabolic cart test or some oxidative response that you're measuring, then you can say, oh, well, you're gonna do better with carbohydrates, and somebody else, slower met rate, you're gonna be over here. And you can create any kind of algorithm out of numbers and tests like that and create a system. And that's what people love, right? Like, we want to just be able to be pigeonholed and say, oh, that's the answer. Now, thank you, coach. Thank you, quote, doctor, not really a doctor. Now I know, now I can live a perfectly healthy life and my metabolism will be amazing, just like these superstars that I wish I was.
Yeah, and discussing, I will very vaguely say the good in that is maybe someone just is so set, this is the answer, and now I'm going to be able to lose weight, and they go gung-ho and really stay on their diet. The bad thing is they're going to forever think that they have to eat a high-fat diet, and then that's just not going to really be sustainable.
Yeah, sort of a great nod to the placebo effect. Yes, if you're told you can now do it, then you may just feel relaxed and going and doing your thing. It reminds me of this. So true story. As an orthopedic physical therapist, we know that 80% of people who have back pain, that pain will be gone in 2 weeks. So 80% of people, and it could be really, really bad back pain. It doesn't have to be of a disc or neurogenic condition. It can just be a spasm that feels awful. And after those 2 weeks, 80% more of the 20% remaining, their back pain will be gone. So now a month later, you're down to next to nothing, where it just resolves on its own. You had a back strain and it's gone. But you go to the doctor, you'll get opiates or some other pain med, you'll get muscle relaxers, and you'll get anti-inflammatories. And none of those may do anything for you. Matter of fact, the anti-inflammatories in an acute sense may delay healing, but because you feel better in 2 weeks, you say, oh, great, man, I really needed those drugs. Thanks, doc. And so next time you have a little pain, you go back and you go back and you go back. And 80% of the time, you would have been fine without any of that. And that's to your point, Adam. We get these answers, we get these labels, and we attribute our success now to that, and it may have nothing at all to do with it.
Yeah, I have coaches who work with me all the time where they've got their macros right where they should be. They sign on with me, and it's just a matter of them actually implementing it because they trust working with me. And I know this is something they could have completely done on their own. They just needed someone to give them the confidence behind it. And sometimes kind of BS tests like this are just that.
Yeah, and it's confidence plus coaching plus time plus there may be some other things that you talk through, but it's not always just major changes, certainly not based on some kind of a condition or health malady. So excellent stuff there, Adam. We got a lot more to go through. So we covered some of the things dealing with metabolism and fat loss. We're going to dig into immune issues next because we get a lot of that thrown around too. So you guys sit tight, and we will see you next time in Contest Prep University.